And we have to, hang on, hold on.
Hi, Laurie.
Hey, oh, there you are. Okay. I wasn't getting any picture.
Yeah, no, I was, fiddling around here.
Oh, okay. Are you the only one?
Yeah, oh, no, there's Austin. He's here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So far, there's 3 of us. The 3. And Rosalind is here. Hi, Roz. Hi, Roz.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Hi.
Everybody good?
Yeah,
Good.
we're all good.
Look at you with your lipstick on and everything. I just got home from work, so I'm looking.
No, I did. I just put lipstick on. My curls under my eyes, the basics. Hi, Dave.
Hi.
So,
Hi, dear.
Austin, you got a little sunburn there. You've been out playing golf?
No.
I have not played golf yet, no.
No? Oh, because my husband is like, this is just fabulous, this weather.
I wish, soon.
Yeah. So who's coming tonight? Is anybody not able to make?
So we're recording now, just FYI.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to, Chris Abbott says she needs the link again. So I have to send it,
Okay.
try to send it to her.
Yeah, that's a good idea, having it sent the way you did. Meetings.
Yeah, so you'll never have to, it'll be the same link. Each individual has their own link.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you can't share that with anybody either.
No, I know.
That's good.
Yeah, I won't share it with my husband. He's the only one that I might, but okay.
All right, Jerry's here.
All right, sorry about that. I got a new computer, but that link you gave me didn't work, so I'm doing it on my phone. I don't know why.
Okay, so the first link I sent out yesterday as a calendar attachment, you're gonna get that link sent to you, everybody, the day before the meeting. That's your own personal link. It doesn't change ever. That'll be your own link, but you'll get a reminder with it each day before the meeting.
Hi.
That,
Okay, good.
Okay.
Hi, Jerry.
hello, all right, should we begin?
Hi.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I just looked at all of a sudden, there it was. I couldn't find the email with the link. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hi.
Austin, one more question about that. Is the 9638871, is that the number? And then you got to put the passcode in? I tried that. That didn't work either.
That's your Don't repeat that number, Jerry.
I was just gonna
live and
say.
in color on-
4718319.
That number is ending in 94, that one?
Yeah, the passcode. That's the passcode, right?
Yeah, you don't need that. When you get your, when you get the link sent to you the day before each meeting, all you'll have to do is click on the link and it'll log you in
Oh, okay.
automatically
All right.
as a panelist. So you all are now panelists on the meeting.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Shall we begin? Since
Yes.
everybody's on. All right. We do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Enter participant ID followed by pound. Otherwise,
Some of
just
this.
press
All right. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
to the republic
which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I actually looked up, the Pledge of Allegiance was written by a Baptist minister,
Wow.
Robert Bellamy, in 1904, and it was in 1954 that they added God to it, which I was surprised to know that. So,
Remember when that happened? Because I remember having to relearn it in school.
well, I don't remember that, but
followed by pound.
you were a small child. So what am I gonna say? All right. So let's start. I guess we have to accept the minutes. I was not there last time, so.
Nor was I.
There were no
Nor
minutes,
was I.
not
No
enough, not a
minute,
quorum.
right?
All right, good. All right, so we don't have to accept anything. Good. Okay. Comments from any of the members, co-chairs, or the commission members themselves? Anybody have any comments or questions before we begin?
Nope, just a praise for Austin and Heather for doing a great job on getting those vaccine shots out to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely,
Good job.
absolutely.
I'm very impressed with how it's been done and how Connecticut's handled it, actually. But yeah, it ended up being, we're one of the better areas for getting them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Austin, how many of the staff have gotten vaccinated?
All of us.
All of them? Good. Because at our facility and even at the VNA, they're only running about 50% amongst staff. People are still reluctant to get it, I guess, but
Really?
yeah,
Well,
so
the
that's
nurse- yeah, the nurse
impressive.
Gave me my vaccination. She said she's not getting it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, oh, really? Why? She goes, I just, I just have my reservations and.
You know,
Yeah.
I hear all of this, and to me, it's so funny. Believe it or not, back in the 50s, I was what they called a polio pioneer.
Mhm.
They tested the shots, and I
you?
can remember everyone just lining the kids all up,
Yeah,
and you got the shots, and you didn't know if you were getting a test shot or a placebo.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
well, yeah, that's
I can't
really
imagine
interesting.
that happening nowadays.
No.
No, but there's still a percentage of people that are nervous, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
know.
I was so
Okay.
happy to get both of them.
No, it's a big relief.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, is there any public there? I don't think so.
No,
There's no, so the public, so with the new way that we're doing this, the public won't show up as a picture screen. It'll show up on my panel here, and then I can allow them to speak when it's public comment time, and we don't have anybody.
Okay,
Oh.
all right.
all right.
Is Dr. Ryan on today?
He's not here, no.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. I haven't heard from him in a bit. Okay. All right, COVID-19 update, the clinics and the rates. Well, I guess Austin's gonna take care of all that, right?
Sure. So we held our clinic today. We did 345 or 2 or something like that, almost 250 vaccines today.
Wow.
Finished up the Madison Public Schools second doses, Branford Public Schools second doses, and we had 25 Johnson & Johnson doses that went to new people. So it was from 10 to 4 today. So that went really well. A lot of happy people at the clinics. We've also done 5 homebound folks. We sent a nurse and a medic out to do homebound individuals a few weeks ago. That went well, and we'll do one next week for homebound people, and then we'll take it from there to see what kind of vaccine we get, because homebound has to be Johnson and Johnson for just the one shot.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
And then we will not have a vaccine clinic next week because that is the week when we did not have a clinic 4 weeks ago. So there won't be one this next week. And then we'll have them going forward for an unforeseen amount of time. How many more weeks we'll be doing
How
it.
is it going finding the people who are older and aren't necessarily computer savvy and
Yeah, so according to the statistics, Madison's over 100% of age 75 and older have been vaccinated,
Wow.
and well over 90% of the 65 and over have been vaccinated. So we reached out to anyone in town who was over the age of 75. We had a group of students from the high school called Caring for Connecticut. It was run by a student named Natasha. And they made about 1,400 phone calls for us
Wow.
to folks to ask if they've received it, do they want it, would they like us to help them get it. So everyone who wants one, you know, to a point has gotten it so far in the senior age group anyway.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna be giving, I'm sorry.
that's
Jim.
good to hear.
Are you gonna be giving vaccinations to people now younger, now that it's opened up to 16? Or
We've been giving them to 18, and so today there were
18,
some
that's right. it was-
younger folks, but we've been giving them to folks 35 and over for a few weeks now.
Oh,
It's open, yeah, it's open. Anybody can sign up.
through VAMS, is that how they're able to sign up? Because my
So
daughter.
we
had-
haven't posted any vaccinations on VAMS, because we have such a limited supply of the Johnson and Johnson that we were able to just get it for our senior population that
Uh-huh,
we have, or folks that reached out to us that needed
uh-huh.
the vaccine. So nothing is going on to VAMS in a few weeks anyway.
Okay,
But that will start up again. Hopefully not next week, but the following week, there'll be appointments on VAMS. And we've been getting the Moderna. So Moderna is only for 18 and over.
mhm,
The Pfizer is acceptable for 16 to 17
mhm,
and
mhm.
over. So we haven't received any of those yet. So I'm not sure if we'll get any of that. So the 16 to 17-year-olds have to find that Pfizer vaccine.
Okay, yeah.
Austin, do you know how many
But I can
people
tell you-
over the age of 75 there are in Madison?
Uh,
Because that's really
So
impressive, 100.
Yeah, so if we look at age 65 and over, it's like almost 1,400 people. Age 65 and over. Is that right?
Okay. I thought it was
Don't
more
quote
than
me on
that.
That doesn't sound like
Yeah,
a lot.
No, I think there's more than that.
Is it 3,500? I think it's
Yeah.
3,500.
Yeah, that may make
Yeah.
more sense, but.
Yep.
And do you know of any outreach to like the nursing facilities?
So they should have all handled it themselves. And the Department of Public Health through the state is working with them to get their folks vaccinated if they haven't been.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
actually
good.
had a member of a resident of one of the nursing homes in town today came for her vaccine today. They family member brought them over.
Wow, that's great. So you're really providing total service. That's wonderful.
It is.
And I looked at a statistic today. It said that, and this was from April 2nd, so a week ago, that almost 44% of Madison residents have been vaccinated. So
Wow.
far. So I think that's almost, I mean, it's almost half of the whole town has received at least one dose so
And that-
far.
And that number includes children who are too young to get it or not?
No, so 43.5% of those eligible
Okay,
have been able to have gotten it.
so not of the population, that's all. Yeah,
Right.
All right, great. Congratulations. All right, you want to move on to the senior and tax relief, disabled tax relief?
Yep, so, as we talked about at the last meeting, the governor had an executive order last year that allowed anyone who was enrolled in any of the state tax relief programs to have their benefit roll over. So last year, the Board of Selectmen agreed to encompass the town programs in that as well. So this year, the governor made another executive order saying that all state and town tax relief programs would be allowed to roll over again. So the only people we're taking applications from now are folks who've had a change in income or new people.
Okay, good. So that's helpful in terms of the numbers, right?
Right. Yeah, so it helps us to not have to take those applications in, especially during the time when we're really concentrating on vaccinating everyone. And it also helps people not to have to leave their home to come and have to do, an application process.
Mhm.
Right. Great. Okay, good. More good news. Okay. Any questions about that?
No.
All right,
Nope.
affordable housing. You're going to give us more good news?
I'm gonna turn that over to Heather.
Okay.
She'll discuss that with you.
Hi, Heather.
All right. Hi, Heather.
Hi. Since the last commission meeting, there have been 2 of the Affordable Housing Committee meetings that have happened. The meeting that happened last time was with David Fink from the Hope Partnership, who came to discuss the initiatives that they worked on with the Guilford Housing folks to get some of their affordable housing up and running. And then this morning, there was a meeting with Liza, Petra, and Mary Jo, I don't have her last name, Mary Jo Ketzner, and they were instrumental in getting the Guilford Housing up and running, their committee up and running, and working with the affordable housing over there. So they sort of met with our committee to give a background on how they were able to put that together and sort of tips and tricks that they used to get that up and running. I did have to step out of the meeting to go to the clinic this morning. So I don't know, Roz, you attended the meeting, so I don't know if you have anything else you wanted to add.
Yeah, Lisa and Mary Jo were actually saying how they started this 12 years ago, but it was actually through the Guilford Foundation that it's actually come forth as a affordable housing. And they're actually building their own affordable housing committee. They're not the affordable housing committee. So, but they, as Heather said, they're giving us their tips and tricks about how to reach out to the public and talk to all the residents and educate them. And I don't know, Heather, were you there when they were talking about we really shouldn't be calling it affordable housing? That their works really was more with the seniors and the disability
Yeah,
residents.
they sort of stressed it as more of a workforce housing.
Right.
So, the ability to really have folks that work in the community, stay in the community, folks that are, new graduates, new college graduates, being able to come back into the community that they grew up in and being able to afford housing.
And seniors downsizing.
Mhm.
So
So it just puts an interesting perspective on it, and I think that sort of helps to explain it to the community a little bit better.
Yeah,
It-
it's just unfortunate that the housing market in Madison is unbelievable now. I mean, it is definitely a seller's market. So
Sure.
I don't know, this kind of like conflicting forces, but hopefully with COVID moving in the right direction, we'll move beyond that. But I don't think there's a whole lot of affordable housing in Madison now, I guess.
There isn't, it's only the, oh gosh, help me out, Heather.
Concord
Concord
Meadows is
Meadows.
the only
Yeah,
one
Concord
that's
Meadows,
on the
yeah.
community table.
Mhm.
But we do have a few houses around town. They were talking about the Easterly Farms. Were you on?
Oh,
this-
yeah.
On
There's
Monkey
there's only one or two houses there. And then the one on, is it New Road?
Samantha. New Road has a couple of condos
few.
over there, and then there's a few houses up in the Samantha Lane development up in North Madison. So
Oh.
they're sort of sprinkled around town, but I think the idea is there's a state mandate where 10% of your housing stock, the goal is to get 10% of your housing stock to be affordable.
And what
but
are they
I think-
Affordable to whom?
Yeah. What is the figure
They
that they're
consider it to be, I think they said today, 70 to 80% of the area median income, so of your town's area median income. So that's actually relatively high considering Madison's income is pretty high. So I think that's why they also were focusing on the fact that the name of the committee, affordable housing, is, it doesn't really equate to what you're looking at. So it's really more like workforce housing that you're looking at. So
Right.
I think they're
So it's-
probably going. I'm sorry, say that again?
Heather, so am I understand, so it's really aimed at people who are already here? Is that what you're saying, to make sure they
think
can
there's-
stay here?
There's a lot of different directions that they're sort of different areas that they're targeting, different groups that they're targeting. So seniors that are looking to downsize and stay in the community, recent college graduates that would like to come back home and live in the community that they grew up in, people who work in the community, the ability to live in the community that you actually work in. So, maybe like firefighters, teachers, there's a variety of different people that maybe can't necessarily afford to live in the community, in our community currently. So I think there's also a big focus on making our community a little bit more diverse. So there's a lot of goals with the group, with the focus of it.
Yeah, we have a year pretty much to get a plan together, but during that time, we're going to try to pull together some form of education to the residents. It's we're just starting to gather from David Fink, and we're meeting every 2 weeks, right? So
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I feel reassured that Heather and Roz are going to represent the interests of the seniors in whatever form that takes, because we have to have a voice at this table.
Yep.
feel the same way? Thank
Good.
you.
Yeah, yes.
All right, thank you for that update. All right, Austin, you want to give us a reorganization update?
Sure, so no real update, just that, I'm working with Scott Erskine to ensure a smooth transition into, for both departments. And, if anybody has any questions about it, we could talk about that now.
When are you going to assume this new combined role? Has that been finalized?
July 1.
July 1? And the plan is still to split your time between
Correct.
both, right?
Yeah, I'll be in both offices during the week.
Austin, can you tell me what your title will be?
Lori, I don't know. We haven't decided on what a title would be yet. No. I don't have an answer for that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It'll be a big title, I'm sure.
Be very big. Yeah,
I hope so.
very big title.
All right. Well, once again, Austin, if you need us to advocate or say anything or write a letter or do anything, let us know, all right?
Thank you. But I think things are going well. No
Okay.
no worries on our end about it. Anyway.
All right. Good. All right. Reopening update.
So been meeting with Trent, Joseph, our health director, Sam DeBura, our emergency management director, and Peggy Lyons, talking about, when and how safely we'll reopen. So we plan on doing a soft opening July 1 for, some very spread out socially distanced exercise programs in the cafe, and maybe the exercise room, running, that exercise program in the morning, letting all the people leave, disinfect it, and then maybe do a second program in the afternoon. Working on trying to expand the patio here at the senior center to allow for some outdoor dining.
Good.
So we could update you on that. I have some contractors coming out to give quotes and look at what we could do for that in the next couple of weeks. And then hopefully do in-person in the cafe dining come September 1. But try to have some sort of outdoor option sometime this summer.
Are you talking about?
And that's really it. And just really, taking it slow. I mean, we have the vaccination rates are great in our age group. So, but there's not herd immunity yet. And that's a big thing that we have to look for before we start to really reopen and make things almost like they were before. But we'll take it slow, and there'll be a lot of, policies and procedures that we'll put into effect, like mask wearing and social distancing and mandating that people check in when they get here, which we did previously, but really making sure. So if we have to do contact tracing, we'll be able to do that. You'll only be allowed to be in the center if you're signed up for a program, not just swing by and shoot pool or anything like that, for the time being anyway. But we do plan on July 1, kind of a soft opening.
So soft, you say like what percentage of the capacity?
So we're not even going to go by that, just doing a couple of programs a day in the cafe so we could really spread out. And I think we could do about 18 people in the cafe. So an instructor and 15, 16 other people at once.
Okay.
Wendy, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I was wondering for groups like SIL, when to start booking classes there. I know we have a meeting coming up on Monday. Maybe I could have something to report to them.
Yeah, the fall, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I figured the fall, not till the fall. Yeah.
But what
And
about,
then what the numbers can look like? I can't see us having, like 60, 70 people in the cafe again.
Well,
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, no, we don't generally get that many here.
Austin, what about if you're doing the outside patio, are you going to have a covered pergola
That's what I
or?
was trying to ask before.
Oh, sorry.
I was going like that,
So there's really, I know I've said this a few times, but there's really only like one day out of the year where it's perfect enough for seniors to want to eat outside.
Oh.
Between heat and wind and bugs and
Mm.
cold,
Oh,
you know, there's not many days that it would be perfect enough to be out there. So I think, you know, dedicating a lot of funding to something like that may not be wise if there's only so
You
many
don't
days that
think
we could do that.
you don't think that maybe people have become more acclimated to doing it lately since this all happened? That they might,
Not seniors, I don't know.
okay.
It's actually interesting because I've been doing a lot of work down on Middle Beach, but there's a lot of people sitting out on those benches. And I hate to say seniors because, you know, not you or Heather, you're very young, but there's people that are with their canes and walkers sitting out on the park benches there, enjoying the sun. So I don't know, I think a lot of people are getting to the point where they feel like they need to be outside. And, you know, people sitting out by the library, the new library outdoors, if you look at those.
I had mentioned to Austin also that I'm always hoping the Strong House will reopen. However, we had just gotten Eagle Scouts. They had just built outdoor picnic, handicapped accessible picnic tables that are just sitting there. And I had said, it's a shame to see them sitting there if he could use.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I talked to Janine about that this week and she's gonna see what we could do about that.
Oh, good.
Well, that would be good.
Austin, are you going to require mandate masks? I hope.
So we haven't talked about that yet at the recovery committee. As long as the governor has an executive order, which expires on May 20th, if the town would have to do an ordinance of sort to mandate mask wearing inside buildings. Because come May 20th, when the governor's executive order expires, then so do a lot of the like mask wearing, social distancing, that expires. So then it will be up to each town to develop policies and procedures based on how they feel. I would assume that we would have mask wearing at the senior center, but that's still yet to be determined.
Yeah, I think the American Geriatric Society and some of these other organizations have advocated for that.
they
I
have.
think, yes, I think until we get completely out of the woods, it would be foolish to have people come back, I think, without masks. So you should raise that at these meetings as,
I
as
agree with you. Yeah,
something that has to be clarified.
Yep.
And you should do it from the beginning. You can't say, oh, you don't need masks, and then 2 weeks later say, oh, we had 2 cases, you need a mask. So
Right. I agree.
What about hoping or asking if they've been vaccinated?
Yes.
You know,
You
whether
can't
they,
do that. I don't think we could do that.
no,
Yeah, I wasn't
Really?
sure.
why not?
I don't think so.
Why can't we?
well, it might be under HIPAA. You're not allowed to ask people what their vaccination status is. They would, and those that were not vaccinated might see that as kind of being biased against them. I don't know if you can
Well,
ask
yeah.
that. but-
Yeah,
Well,
you know, if they
I
really
guess-
want to participate, they have to take some responsibility themselves.
and then it begs the question, Wendy, then they're gonna have to prove it because anybody can say they were
So the
vaccinated.
cards, no,
Your
they
little
all have a
card.
card.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my cards that I've been
Me
vaccinated
When
twice,
you,
you know?
you drive a car, you have to show your driver's license. It's not,
I don't
feel like being.
to me, that's common sense.
At risk
Into a senior
at
center. where you
risk
offer-
of stepping out of my lane on the finance, but I did read recently. Technically, all the vaccines are still authorized for emergency use only. It is against the law to mandate something that is not approved. So you can't mandate a vaccine that's not formally approved. So while they are still under emergency use authorization, if you read the fine print, they're not actually approved vaccines. So you can't make someone get an unapproved vaccine.
That's why all these
So-
people are hesitating. Well, Jerry, when you were saying where you
Yeah.
were, half the people, because they're thinking, oh, it's only for emergency use and it hasn't been totally approved. Is that what you think?
Yeah, we're
People?
Yeah, I think,
we're all guinea pigs.
yeah, that's a good point. I think that's a combination of factors that are impacting on that. But I guess, I don't know if you can, just like you can't ask, did you get the flu shot? Did you get the, any other vaccine? Because it's not, you don't have to get it as a general, as a member of the general population. But, and I just don't know. I just think having the mask would be, wearing masks is still important. So that has to be clarified, I think.
Well, yes, I agree. It does need to be clarified.
But then, aren't we in the same situation, Jerry? Can we mandate that they wear masks?
If it's a recommendation, no, I guess we can say, yes, you have to wear the mask. It's a strong recommendation, but I don't, that's a good point. I don't know if you can mandate that if it's not formally, if it's not a, some kind of a directive. I don't know if you can do that.
Well, I think the town could make a directive and an
Yes.
ordinance saying when in town buildings, you need to wear a mask.
Yes, I think
Mhm.
you could.
That's just something the Board of Selectmen has to take up, but.
Okay. My only point is make sure they do, because if you don't do it right
Right.
from the beginning, people are going to start to show up and it's going to be a whole mess.
Oh, gosh.
Yep,
Just
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that's exciting. And maybe in September when it, kind of really revs up, maybe we could have some kind of a little event, some kind of like a little open house or reopening event, just so that, we can welcome everyone back and kind of celebrate what we all got through.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then that'll be leading into the 10-year anniversary of the building as well.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh, right.
I
Great.
can't believe it's 10 years old already.
Oh, wow.
Great.
So would we do the same thing? Well, I guess it's now almost 2 years ago when we all got together and
right.
gave tours.
So, no, probably, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not prepared to discuss that. Yep.
Okay.
But my wish list, Austin, is that we can get back into the parade on the 4th of July. But we'll see.
I don't
We'll
know
see.
what the parade status is yet this year, but.
Yeah, I don't think they've decided. I think it's still up in the air, so. Okay, good. All right. Anybody have any other comments or questions or concerns? Anything that wants to be addressed that was not?
I was just hoping maybe Austin can explain, at town campus, is it just for Madison residents, Austin? And how do you get a vaccine from there?
So when it goes live on VAMS, so next, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, when vaccines go live on VAMS, anybody in Connecticut could go on to VAMS to get a vaccine.
And it would be 18 and above?
Assuming that we get Moderna like we have been, yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the date again?
So not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, we should go live on VAMS. And again, I want to couch that statement by saying it's if we have vaccine, if vaccines available, how many are available. But we do plan on a couple of Mondays from now, putting it live on VAMS so anybody can sign up.
That would be
And-
April
and I-
19th.
Yeah, April 19th.
Mhm.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay,
And I guess, Austin, I assume you net out the people who are coming back for a second one already scheduled?
Yeah, so if we go, the ones that will go live on April 19th will be all first doses. There won't be any second doses scheduled at that time, because then it'll be 4 weeks out from then,
There. Right.
that second doses would be available.
Okay.
But yes, so I think what your question is, if East Shore Health District receives 5,000 doses of Moderna, yes, they do put aside 2,500 of those as second doses.
Oh, good.
Right. I just, not to be selfish, but I'm scheduled for that day, so I just wanted to make sure you had mine, you know. too.
We got yours, don't worry, we'll get you one. All right,
All right.
if nobody has anything else, then I'd like to move to adjourn the meeting. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
All right, all those in favor, thank you, everybody, be well, and now we know the appointments for the next year, so we have no reason not to be there, right? Okay.
Right.
All right, thank you, Austin, thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Everybody,
Bye.
thanks.